In the vast emptiness of space, the Odyssey floated silently above Kepler-47, a distant alien planet shrouded in swirling clouds of red, purple, and green. Stars shimmered faintly in the black void, reflecting off the spaceship's metallic hull. The air inside the Odyssey was tense, almost suffocating in its quietness. Crew members sat at their stations, eyes darting to every panel, every screen, every flicker of light. 3 days had passed without any contact from Earth, and the silence was growing heavier, pressing against their minds like an invisible weight. Lieutenant Harper stared at the consoles, tracing the rhythm of the signal they had started calling the Whisper. The pulse was faint, irregular, yet purposeful. It seemed alive, like a heartbeat echoing in the walls of the ship itself. Harper felt it tug at his thoughts, almost imperceptibly, yet undeniably. Every beep, every flicker of the panels, seemed to answer back to that pulse, as if the ship itself was listening. Harper took a deep breath, feeling the weight of isolation, the oppressive vastness of space pressing in on him. Slowly, he moved toward the cargo bay. Objects floated in zero gravity, each casting long shadows that twisted and swayed unnaturally. The artifact rested at the center, suspended as if held by invisible hands. Its surface shimmered, symbols twisting and changing with each heartbeat. A low whisper filled the room, soft, almost inaudible, yet penetrating every thought. Crew members stepped closer cautiously, curiosity battling fear. The artifact pulsed brighter with each step, bathing the room in a spectral glow. Harper's breath caught. He could almost see the symbols moving in response to his thoughts. Shadows shifted unnaturally around them, stretching along the walls. A chill ran down Harper's spine, a warning or perhaps a beckoning. In the control room, alarms blinked faintly, though no system showed failure. The lights flickered intermittently, casting long, jagged shadows. Every screen displayed the same mysterious signal, the Whisper, pulsing in rhythm with the artifact. Harper leaned over the console, tracing the patterns, trying to understand. It was not random, the signal had intelligence, awareness. It pressed against his mind, not aggressively, but insistently, nudging thoughts, stirring unease, curiosity, and fear in equal measure. Each crew member reacted differently. Some whispered prayers, some froze in terror, others tried to rationalize what they saw, but all felt the oppressive presence of something beyond comprehension. Harper moved to the viewport, his eyes scanning the void. There it was, an alien silhouette, dark and formless, yet unmistakably intelligent. 2 glowing eyes pierced the darkness, staring directly at him, unblinking. The crew froze. Harper's breath was caught in his throat, a shiver running through him. The shape lingered for what felt like hours, yet only seconds passed. Then it vanished, leaving only a faint pulse of energy, echoing in the silence of the ship. Outside, the cosmic storm of Kepler-47 intensified. Lightning danced in unnatural patterns, illuminating the clouds in shifting colors of green and purple. The ship shuddered with each burst of energy, the whisper matching the rhythm of the storm. Inside, the crew clutched consoles and straps, the weight of panic pressing down. Systems began to fail gradually. Lights flickered, panels sparked, instruments froze. The ambient hum of the ship became the only constant, punctuated by the rising pulse of the alien signal. Harper struggled to maintain control, each motion deliberate, careful, as if the ship itself resisted him. Alone in the control room, Harper stared at the artifact. The whispers grew louder, more insistent. Words he could not comprehend seemed to echo in his mind. Phrases felt rather than heard. Shadows stretched across the walls, the room itself becoming alien, hostile, aware. "You cannot leave. You will not leave," the voice seemed to say, pressing against his thoughts, cold and inescapable. His heartbeat thundered, yet he forced himself to remain still, taking slow, careful breaths, every muscle taut with awareness. The artifact pulsed with life, its symbols shifting and shimmering, warnings etched in forms beyond comprehension. Harper's mind teetered on the edge of fear and fascination, curiosity and terror intertwined. He whispered a silent prayer, unsure whether it was for protection, guidance, or simply to hold on to sanity. Harper's eyes remained fixed on the artifact. Its symbols shifted faster now, forming patterns that seemed almost like warnings or instructions, but completely beyond human comprehension. The whispers had grown louder, yet still no audible sound reached their ears. The voices were inside their minds, pressing, nudging, insisting. Crew members began to sweat, some muttering prayers under their breath, others frozen in terror, staring at the glowing object as if it could consume them at any moment. Every heartbeat felt amplified, every breath echoing in the silence of the ship. Outside the viewport, Kepler-47's storms raged on, lightning crackling across the swirling clouds, each flash casting the room in alternating colors of green and purple. The ship trembled with every pulse, a rhythm perfectly matching the whispering signal. The crew clutched consoles and restraints, hearts pounding in unison with the alien energy. It felt alive, as though the storm itself was conscious, reacting to their fear and curiosity. Harper's thoughts raced. What was this presence and what did it want? Systems continued to fail gradually. Lights flickered unpredictably. Panels sparked briefly. Instruments froze. Every monitor displayed the pulse of the whisper, synchronized with the artifact's strange glow. The crew realized the ship itself was no longer entirely under their control. Something else was guiding it, watching their every move. The air seemed thicker, almost solid, pressing down on them with an invisible weight. Harper took slow, deliberate breaths, trying to calm his mind, though every instinct screamed that the ship, the planet, and the artifact were conspiring together. One by one, crew members began to vanish, slipping silently into the air as if absorbed by the invisible presence. Shadows lingered where they had stood, echoing their final moments, floating unnaturally in zero gravity. Panic surged through Harper, but he forced himself to remain calm, documenting the events meticulously in the ship's logs. If anyone receives this, do not approach Kepler-47. Something intelligent, something dangerous, resides here, sees you, and knows your fear. His voice trembled, swallowed by the static that seemed to vibrate in harmony with the artifact's pulsing light. The artifact glowed brighter than ever, symbols forming intricate, hypnotic shapes that shifted continuously. Harper could feel the pressure of thoughts, his own and somehow others' unplaceable alien. It was a test or a warning or both. He shivered involuntarily, the enormity of the moment pressing down upon him. Each flicker of light seemed like a heartbeat of the planet itself, a cosmic pulse that reminded him humanity was not alone. Outside, the first rays of Kepler-47's alien sun broke through the clouds, casting a golden hue across the stormy sky. The Odyssey floated silently, serene in appearance, yet haunted within. The corridors were empty, yet every shadow, every flicker seemed alive. The artifact remained at the heart of the ship, pulsing with a quiet intensity, a reminder that the unknown was patient, watching, eternal. Harper's final log ended here, a record of awe, fear, and the incomprehensible presence that had revealed itself. On the console, a holographic message repeated endlessly. "We are coming. You will not leave." The ship's only sound now was the faint, rhythmic pulse of the whisper, echoing in the void. Humanity was not alone, and some corners of space were never meant to be explored. The Odyssey drifted silently, a lonely sentinel to the unknown, bearing the warning of an intelligence far beyond comprehension. Harper's heart continued to race, a fragile echo of human courage confronting a vast and indifferent universe.